Hey there! Every month, Annie has a call with our Path 365 members and answers their questions. She tackles a wide range of topics from what to do with big emotions, what kinds of tips and advice she has for addressing difficult situations, how to deal with cravings, and so much more. Listen in as she does some real life coaching for our Path members.
I'm listening to Coldplay Fix You, and I really want to be fixed and just stop these tears from streaming down my face. Can you really help me? I just want you to know, before you're ready to say anything, that like the idea of you needing fixed, it's just a false idea. Yeah, you might want your behavior to be a bit different. We could all use our thinking to be a bit different. The only thing that needs to happen, and I'm going to say it in like a kind of within a pun, is we just have to sort of, get naked, so to speak, because the only pain that you have, it isn't you. Like, you were born into this world and you were probably a pretty happy little kid, because most little kids are, and pretty vibrant and pretty full of life. And you started putting on a lot of things as armor because of little things about the world that hurt and little things about the world that are hard for all of us to deal with and all of us to handle, right? And so we put on these stories like clothes. And then what happens is that we reach a point in our life and we're looking around, and it's almost like we built a cave. And we built this cave, we built this armor around ourselves to protect ourselves. We built this identity. We had to be a certain way. We had to act a certain way. We had to do certain things. And the more identity you put on, the more pain you become in. And the more pain you become in, you do things to escape that pain. Alcohol is obviously a main one around here. But then at one point you realize, like, I'm suffocating inside of here. And that's what you're feeling. You're feeling like you're suffocating. But there's two beautiful things here. Number one, you're only suffocating underneath the constructs that you created. And you can uncreate those. You can take those off. And we're going to do that. Yes. But that's where you're suffocating. It's just under the things that you created to protect yourself. And number two, you did it with so much love for yourself. We build these walls, we build these identities, we build these things against the world. Like, we do it with so much love for ourselves, just to protect you. We try to conform just for protection, right? And then we reach this point of our adulthood and we're like, all right, I'm ready to put down my armor. And that comes in the form of putting down alcohol. I'm ready to stop numbing. I'm ready to put down my armor. And it's just like, oh my gosh, like, I have to learn how to be myself as an adult, be really who I am as an adult, And it can be really scary, but I see you, we all see you. And like, you don't need fixed. It's like so important for all of us to just know and understand, like, we don't need fixed. We just actually need the unraveling. We just actually need the deconstructing of all the things that we have very lovingly put in the way. We lovingly drank, y'all, lovingly. Like, who can feel that right now? Who can internalize that a little bit? You lovingly drank because you lovingly believed that you were helping yourself. It was making things easier. You were trying to do the best you could for yourself. Not one of you came in and the first few times you tried alcohol and it made you feel better, were like, oh yes, let me destroy my life with this. For sure. Like, that's not, like, you're trying to help yourself. And I think that people like us, I literally think I have not met a single person on any of these calls or in real life that we're not seekers. Like, we're not truly just seeking the best, right? It's just the world has some pretty funny tools that it gives us. You turn on the TV and all these tools are like, well, you need to look like this. You need to be like this. You need to drink this. You need to have this job. This is where it is. And this unraveling, this deconstructing of all this stuff is like, we're realizing we're climbing up a ladder that's just been on the wrong building. And you've realized, like, what a cool place to be. You've realized that this ladder of alcohol is just on the wrong building. No matter how high you get, it's not going to get you there. And I'm here to tell you that idea of you needing fixed is just another wrong building. What you need to sit with, what you need to internalize is that, like, you don't need fixed. You just need to get back in touch with yourself, to hear yourself again, and to recognize that everything you've been doing, it's to protect yourself. You've not been making any, I don't know you, we never met, but I know you because I know humans, I know myself. Everything that we do to protect ourselves. All of it. And when we can accept that we were not coming, like, we have such a false idea and a false narrative that the path to change is through trying to make ourselves wrong. The whole idea of this idea of needing fixed is this idea of I'm wrong. But like the path through change is it's not through making ourselves wrong. No matter what you've done, no matter what your behavior is, no matter how many stories you can tell me, I promise you, I've probably heard it. The path to change is to recognizing that you have been doing the best you can with the tools you have. You have been showing up in your life to try to make things better for yourself and those around you. And yeah, at some point for some of us, alcohol is a sneaky bitch, man, and it sneaks in and it gets us addicted and it makes us do all sorts of things that are out of line with our character. And I'm not saying that like we let it off the hook, but I am saying we let ourselves off the hook. Our brains are just brains. They just got confused to think that alcohol was important for our survival. Like, you're trying to survive by drinking. If you're addicted to alcohol, your drinking is your body trying to keep itself alive to some degree. And I know it doesn't always feel like that because we feel like we have a choice in all the decisions. And then we beat ourselves up. And then we're just getting further and further away because you have so much love for yourself. It's like my daughter, the first time she looked in a mirror. And even now, she's almost 6, and I'm so pleased that she is still very much in love with herself. It's like my son, he's 14. His screensaver on his phone says Turner is awesome. His name is Turner. And I know that there will be a time when a friend picks that up and gives him crap for it. And he probably will say that that's wrong and it will make me sad. But I'm also hopeful that he'll still know that inside himself, right? It's like your love for yourself, it's not like a debatable thing. It's just how many layers of self-judgment, of world stories have you put between it? That's all. I just wanted you to really look you in the eyes and tell you don't need fixed. There's nothing to fix here.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you're ready to see how This Naked Mind can help you on your personal health and wellness journey and want to learn more, go to thisnakedmindpodcast.com to learn what your next best step is. Again, that's thisnakedmindpodcast.com. We have all of our free resources, programs, social links, and more available for you there. Plus, if you have your own naked life story to share, you can submit it there as well. Until next week, stay curious.